Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is Thomas Matthew. Welcome. Hey, Thomas. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hi, how are you
Hey,
doing?
welcome. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
I love that. I love that. Well, it is great to have you here. Such a pleasure to get to talk with you. And I want to start this off with having you introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Thomas Matthew. That is my first name, not my first and last name.
Mhm.
My name is Thomas Matthew. I am a singer, songwriter, poet, pianist, lyricist, and a children's book author. I am an overall artist, and um, I'm currently understudying Booker T. Washington in Ragtime the Musical with this amazing cast at the Duluth Playhouse in um, Duluth, Minnesota.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here with us. Thomas Matthew, when did you get into music?
For as long as I could remember, the first song that I wrote was for my grandfather. He's passed right now, but when I was 5 years old, I wrote this song called Hurt in Years. And it's about people who smoke cigarettes and how you can die from them. And
Ooh.
the lyrics are very literal and direct, and he eventually stopped. So um, being the little kid that I am and my grandfather being my hero, the fact that he stopped smoking cigarettes because of my song and most likely for other reasons,
Mhm.
um, I thought that I had like a gift that I had to like pursue. It's not just music,
Mm.
it's a message.
The music. Now, I like that. I like that. What kind of things do you like to say with your music? You know, one of the things with art is a way to connect with other people. It's a way to put your own emotions and thoughts and, concepts out there. What are those type of things you like to explore when it comes to songwriting?
Well, I'm a very emotional person. So um, with my songwriting, I like to express um, being the mature age of 25, my life lessons that I've learned through my life and um, basically expressing how I've overcome them and the struggles that I've faced.
Mhm.
Um, being like this wild child a few years ago and having to change my mindset and change the ways I do things. And
Mm.
uh, and yeah, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people my age or people around my age group or even older that can relate to. And yeah.
Tell me how the songwriting folds in with the children's book writing. How did you come up with the idea for that, and what's writing that like for you? And what's the difference between it and songwriting? You know, when it comes to how you approach them.
So with my children's book, Thomas and the Baby Bear on Amazon right now. You can order it right now. And Thomas and Baby Bear, it was a true story. I was, I think, 3 or 4 years old with my grandparents. I was living with them in Pennsylvania. And my grandmother, she let me outside to play because I was bugging her. And I used to do this thing where I would pour cat litter in a toilet
Mm.
so that they would let me go outside to play. And I was basically a really annoying pest. And so she let me go outside and play. My dog Sheba at the time, there's a gate on the deck at our house. So I'll play with her on the deck. We'd play ball or hockey or just whatever she wanted to play. And this one day, and I remember it clearly, there was these two bears that were beside our house.
Two
And
beers, huh?
no, yeah, it was a big bear and it was a little bear. I so it
Wow.
is a true story, and because I have a video of like these bears that come by our house all the time,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, and I go over there and I say like hi, and I remember like going down to play with them, and then like the next thing I remember is my grandmother coming to get me, saying like something about like lunch or something's ready, and she comes and gets me. She crawls across the deck like army crawls, and she said, "Thomas, come here," and I
Maybe
come.
you was about to get snatched.
Yes, by these bears, and like literally, I'm Goldilocks. Like,
Oh my, literally, you are Goldilocks.
and
Oh my
told this
goodness.
story for 22 years, and or 25 years actually, and what's it called? So I decide to write the book, and I go off memory and go off like a little sprucing because like I obviously don't
Of
recall
course,
everything.
you know.
But the story's inspired by her recollection of it and my experience of it. My grandfather, being the talented artist that he was, he and is, um, he illustrated the book.
Oh,
The book
that is
cover,
precious. Yeah.
all by black ballpoint pen. And then he
Wow.
filled in the markers on the beginning, the book cover. And yeah, it was the last full length project that he did.
Wow.
And
Well, I mean, that's such a great thing to have now. That's always be a celebration of him, something that you both did together, and such a great memory and such a great piece of thing to be able to hold and to love and to cherish. So, I mean, that is pretty phenomenal. That is pretty phenomenal. But I mean, look at you going up to beers. That
yeah.
is funny. That is funny. Tell me, how has performing been like since with the pandemic and everything going on? What has that been like for musicians and performing and being able to work? What has that been like?
Um, I'll tell you what it can be like,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and what you can make it like.
Mm-hmm.
It can be very depressing. It can be
Mm-hmm.
very discouraging, um, and you can lose a lot of motivation. Knowing that the world is the way it is, and
Mm-hmm.
how inconvenient the pandemic was for musicians and artists, commercially and theatrically alike, how hard it was for them to like make their living, make their money, pay their bills, pay for these groceries. And, you know, it it was discouraging, but it's exciting as well because during these times of like the pandemic, you have to get creative with how you make your money.
Yeah.
You have to get creative with how you get yourself out there, how you interact with the people that follow you, people that are fans of you, and even the people that don't like you, but they still follow you. And I was constantly going on these live talent shows and live showcases, these live like networking sessions. Sorry, excuse me. Um, Throughout the pandemic, through Zoom or through any like type of platform, and it was a constant hustle. And it was a different kind of hustle because like
Mm.
instead of like going out and seeing these places, these venues, meeting these people, you're on your computer day in and day out, and it's like, oh my god, I hate being on this thing.
Listen, I get it. I do a lot of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, and it was hard. You got to get really creative, and luckily, this platform called Backstage, they were doing work from home jobs, and as opposed to like just auditions, live theater, like live music performances. They were doing work from home jobs, so that helped supplement the income. And
Yeah.
I had to get like a work from home job as well, and yeah, it was hard, but you have to get creative, and you just have to like really have faith in what you want to do and know that you will overcome all that you're going through with this
Certainly.
pandemic.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the play that you're involved with at Duluth Playhouse. Okay, ragtime.
Ragtime the musical. Ragtime the musical is my dream musical. There's
Mm.
this song called "Make Them Hear You" that's sung by the lead of the show, Cole House Walker Jr. And I've been singing that since I was 17, and it's been my go-to song for competitions, auditions. This Ragtime is about a black man in the early 1900s who is a successful touring pianist who popularizes ragtime, which was founded by Scott Joplin, another black man in the late 1800s.
Mm.
It's a ragtime pianist, and if you ever heard of this tune, um,
Okay.
that's my time. And that is what inspired the book that this is based off of. And this man Coalhouse in the play, he's a touring pianist. This woman named Sarah, she falls in love with him because she thinks that like while he's performing in this club venue in Harlem, that he's playing to her. And Loki is like delusional, but it worked out for her because he fell in love with her too. And so and they have this baby, and it's amidst a lot of racial tension. And this show is racially intense. There's a lot of slurs, derogatory remarks, but there's a lot of triumph for the cause that Coalhouse fights for. He attracts this violence from this man named Willie Conklin, who is the fire chief of the fire chief. And this man is like very racist. And Coalhouse, like he gets this Model T car. Fire Chief Conklin, he trashes it, he throws it in a pond, it sinks. Coalhouse is mad, he wants revenge. Sarah, they had a baby. Coalhouse left out of anger. Sarah buried the baby alive.
Oh, not burying the baby alive.
And she buried the baby alive. Yes, it's a lot. And then this white lady, she finds the baby. They connect again. Sarah, she tries to help Coalhouse like reconcile his anger. And I'm basically telling you like the whole play.
Yeah, don't, because we want people to come and see. But what's it like embodying the character and being able to sing these songs and be on stage and be a part of Ragtime? How's the experience been like so far? I'm sure you're in rehearsals, right?
It's the cast, we sound amazing.
Yeah.
You will cry if you come see the show. The cast is amazing. I'm understudying Booker T. Washington, but I'm understudying Booker T. Washington. He is he's a very prominent figure in Black history, and kind of this image of bourgeois, because he's a very like uppity man. He doesn't look down on anybody, but he has this line in the show where it says, and excuse my language, I have no patience for Negroes who don't live up to exemplary lives. And yeah, I have to embody that. Yeah, and I'm like, and low-key, like, I'm not like that in person, but like I love because it's fun to be like,
feel the fantasy, honey. Why not feel the fantasy?
Yeah. And, it's been a good experience so far, overall. And yeah, and the people that I've met here in Duluth, they are good people. Duluth is like this small mini city that's beautiful, and it's surprising me every day. And yeah, the experience has been good.
Awesome. Well, I want to talk about your singles, because you have a couple singles out: Push and Pull, Oh Lust. Tell me about, first of all, I am just getting like high vibes from Oh Lust, just even the name, Oh Lust.
You like it?
Push and Pull. I do. I live for it. Talk to me about the singles, and tell me everything about them going into it, and what's it like having them be out.
Oh, you froze for a second. Sorry.
Oh, I did. Did you get my question?
Yeah, I did. The singles going into it, and so the first single that I put out was Push and Pull, and Push and Pull is a song based on two things. It's dichotomous, so it's based off of how this man who's very toxic, he pushes and pulls me with these mixed emotions that I'm feeling, these mixed signals, and how it's close to driving me crazy, and I had to like really let go. And so and it's also about anybody who faces, this is something I'm not like ready to talk about, but I'll very vaguely say because it has something to do with like future projects. How somebody who overcomes self-destructive habits with using
Mm.
things to like self-medicate, and
Yeah, yeah.
and how their thinking is push and pulling them from light to darkness,
Mm.
and how in the end they choose light. And Push and Pull is a very personal song because of that, um, and also a relatable song because of how it relates to the toxicity you can feel when you involve yourself with someone like I just spoke about.
Yeah,
Um,
certainly.
and that was the first single that I put out, and that was a song that I wrote during the pandemic. My lyrics in that song, they are poetic and symbolic. There's this song, I mean, there's this lyric in there: all you see can shine like the sea. If all you see can shine like the sea, if you walk through waters, you prove vicious to wander. And
Mm.
The waters are represent life, and if you prove your life vicious to wander, you will sink. And that's relating to the biblical story of Peter walking on water towards Jesus Christ as he's
Okay.
depicted,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
um, and um, and how your life can fall if you lose focus on what's important. And Jesus Christ in this story, for me, as I interpret it, represents the music, the art,
Mhm.
and my confidence, my spirit, my personality. That's what, if you lose focus on that and who you truly are, you will fall and damage your life. And that's what the
Mhm.
song is basically saying.
Awesome. And
Um,
what's All Lust giving, the newest single out? I love the album artwork. This looks really, really great. Yeah, tell us about All Lust. What are you embodying here?
Oh Lust is so the style, like the visual style, is like dark disco, but with sunlight, if that makes sense. So it's like, okay, so Oh Lust is kind of like a revelation and
Hmm.
epiphany that I had, that I wanted to write about how I've overcome my struggles with the seven deadly sins, and one of them
Mm.
being lust,
It's dust,
how
yes.
that can lead you down a path of confusion if you let lust lead the purpose of your relationships with people.
True,
Um,
true, true.
and that's very important for me to explain, because I suffer from that now, and I've suffered from it, but I'm learning to not pursue people based on my sexual attraction to them. And my spirit's very intense, and I have a very heightened sexual nature that I've had to control. And yeah, so yeah, that's all lust.
Well, I
And lyrically,
identify.
my best
I
song.
well, I identify with that. It's a struggle for a lot of us, not just going
Mhm.
after, someone that's just sexually attracted. Baby, all that shit is really, really skin deep, very
Yeah,
that. And when you get into the midst of it, you realize this was not for me. This is not for me.
yes, yeah.
So I fully identify with that. All right. So people, you better get out there and start streaming, start picking it up, get into All Lust, get into Push and Pull. Thomas Matthew, how can people follow you, keep up with you and whatever you're doing? And what date is give us the date for the show at Duluth Playhouse as well. City, time, date, all of that. So just shamelessly plug. This is your moment.
All right. Well, my name is Thomas Matthew. You can follow me at O Thomas Matthew. That's OH Thomas Matthew on every single social media platform. I'm consistent. O Thomas Matthew is the plug, is the name, is the brand. You can't confuse it with anything else. Um, I also, so I'll talk about Ragtime later. I also have a t-shirt out right now that I just launched today. It's my first brand merch product. It is called
Awesome.
the Love Thomas Matthew t-shirt, the Love Thomas Matthew shirt. It's available on my social media at the link in my bio, and you can buy it today. There's a t-shirt with different types of fabrics, different types of fittings. There's a long sleeve shirt, crew neck, and a hoodie. And you can listen to my singles everywhere. Push and Pull and OLS are available on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, you name it. And yeah, and I also have my children's book out, Thomas and the Baby Bear, illustrated by my grandfather. God bless his soul. His name was Tommy Matthew Dance. And Ragtime the Musical debuts March 18th, 2022 in Duluth, Minnesota. If you can make the trip out here, if you're in the area, I highly encourage seeing the show. This will definitely be a show that puts this theater on the map and these artists on the map.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here with me today. It's been so great getting to chat with you, having a good kiki.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
I like you. You're cool.
I like me too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas Matthew. So great. I wish you best of luck on your career, best of luck on the music, the show, the book, the play, everything. It's always great getting to talk to a wonderful, fabulous artist. So thanks for being here. And hopefully we get to do this again.
Yes, hopefully soon. And just another shameless plug. Make sure you follow me because I have another single coming out that I won't name yet. But thank you so much. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you too. To those watching, please follow Team Racine Productions at Team Racine on all forms of social media. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. But most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.